So let me take off my spectacles because you may not be able to see it through a reflection of me, as if I'm really something that you want to look at anyway. But welcome to another episode of Cruisine, where we talk about food aboard cruise ships in a more detailed way. Please like and subscribe. Tonight we went to the full Luminae experience on board the Celebrity Silhouette. And as unhappy as I was with lunch today, dinner tonight was absolutely top-notch. Now, I started with the salmon, which was served on a bed of Melba toast, along with various types of caviar. The salmon was a nice thick slice. It was delicious. Now, I've had salmon, smoked salmon, all my life, from the earliest of ages until now. I've had smoked salmon all over the world. This was delicious and was interesting in that it had more of a smoky flavor than I've had. Now, of course, it's called smoked salmon, but they put the smoke in smoked salmon. It was really nice. It was terrific. Service tonight was excellent. The wait staff were in suits. They were very attentive, very quick to refill your glasses without being asked. And that's something which is a really nice touch. I had a Cabernet tonight, whatever was suggested by the sommelier, and it was quite good. The Chardonnay I had lunch today was quaffable. This one, the cab, was sippable. Had nice notes of cherry and blackberry, and was really quite nice. And I'll tell you about dessert later, which was a chocolate torte. And of course, chocolate and red wine go together really, really well. The main that I had was their Filet Mignon. Now, I am a snob for fillets. If you would like, look for our review of the butcher's cut aboard MSC Grandiosa. Now, that restaurant is their specialty steakhouse. And we savaged it in the review. It was nothing special at all. We make a better filet mignon at home. We use Jacques Pepin's steak preparation, which is outstanding. And the butcher's cut on MSC was terrible. Now, let's take the Luminae filet. Now, I have what I call the knife test. Now, imagine I have a knife between my fingers, and I'm at the very tip of the knife, so the knife is free to wiggle like this. The blade, of course, is out here. So the knife test is, if I can just hold it like this and rub it along the top of the steak, and it cuts, that is 100, a score of 100. That is amazing. That's going to be the most delicious steak you ever had. Now, tonight's filet mignon at the Luminae restaurant, it's one of the rotating dishes. And of course, I tried my knife test, and it didn't quite score 100%, but with just a little pressure on top of the knife, sliding back and forth, it cut like a dream. So this is on the knife test, it's a 95 points score. The flavor was quite good. And one thing to watch out for is occasionally you'll get a big gob of pepper, black pepper, which is true also for the spinach that was served with the steak. Watch out for an occasional smack by some black pepper. The texture of the filet was as you would expect from the knife test. Holy cow, it was butter. It was a delight. So, if the butcher's cut from MSC, specialty restaurant, is here, the filet, which is just part of the dining menu at Luminae, was way up here. It was off the screen, literally. I think I'm off the screen. Let me go up a little further. There was absolutely no contest. So if you are on the, well, first, if you're on MSC, avoid the butcher's cut. In fact, the Yacht Club restaurant had a filet that was better than the specialty restaurant. But if you're on the Silhouette line, the Silhouette cruise ship, and probably the whole celebrity line, the filet should be ordered at least once. It was really, really good. In fact, if you were to give a filet like this to all the meat eaters in the world, we'd have world peace. I mean, it was awesome. It was accompanied with some nice spinach. Watch out for the gobs of pepper. There were a couple of mushrooms, which were nothing to speak of. They were there more as a garnish. And it was terrific. If there's nothing that trips my trigger in the future on board here, I would definitely have it again. Gleefully have it again. Dessert. Now, I'm taking one for the team here. So I ordered two desserts. One was the almond cake and the other was the chocolate torte. I'll talk about the chocolate torte first, because it was an experience. Can you? I put a bite, a forkful of the chocolate torte in my mouth, and it was so thick and chewy. I had to remove the fork with two hands, like this, pulling it out. Holy shit! Holy crap! I've never experienced something like that. It was like toffee taffy. I chewed it longer than a dog with peanut butter in their mouth. It was like, I spent a good 5 minutes trying to cleanse my mouth from this chocolate torte. Now the flavor, be sure to have a red wine. Red wine goes together with chocolate really, really well. The flavor was okay. It wasn't deeply, well, it was. We got a good sense of coffee in the torte, but I could not finish it because it was so tough to chew. And the torte itself, yeah, you could probably build buildings with that torte. Use it as a building material. The almond cake, on the other hand, was a delight. It was served with ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and some other creams. And frankly, it did benefit from the cream and the ice cream, because the almond cake was a little bit dry, but it was a delicious almond cake. So, once again, I took one for the team and had two desserts. You know what? Forget the flavor. You just have to try the tactile sensation of that chocolate torte. That'll be a memory. That's definitely memorable. Anyway, as bad as lunch was today, the experience that we had this evening was really, really good. I'm very pleased. With the dim lighting, the pictures won't be very bright. But I'll tell you, Luminae itself looked better in the dim light. It looked more like a high-end or a classy, not a high-end, but a classy restaurant, as opposed to a good Greek diner from New York when it was fully lit. Once again, the service, we were waited upon by an assistant, by a waiter, and I wish I remembered names better, I'm sorry, and a sommelier. And service was what you would expect if you're paying a lot of money to be in the retreat. Once again, please like and subscribe. We'd like to bring you more videos of this kind, and the more you like and subscribe, the more likely it is that that'll happen. Good night, and hope to see you in the retreat someday. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Always talk to strangers. We have met we're here, this is the first evening, and we met some really, really nice people, including a couple from Long Island, coincidentally, enjoying their 55th wedding anniversary. And it's just a delight. You're on a cruise, talk to strangers. You'll be surprised of how pleasant it can be. So anyway, good night, and we'll see you again soon.